You are listening to the Fast Track Your Fashion Brand podcast. Hi, I'm Nicole Di Rocco, a seven-figure fashion CEO and launch mentor with over 20 plus years of experience in the apparel industry. And I help new fashion founders like you launch faster with the help of my systems and AI. So today on this episode, we are diving back into our fashion business AI series, and we are stepping into step 4 of the Fashion Launch Mentor and Blueprint. Now, step 4 focuses on how to clarify your mission, vision, and brand values so your fashion brand actually means something to people. But before we jump into today's episode, I want to make sure that if you're listening to us on Spotify, we started a YouTube channel. And if you're here on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And if you are on YouTube, go follow us over on Spotify so you are up to date on any of our newest and latest episodes, as well as any other streaming service. I mean, it's just kind of goes everywhere. So this episode, I think, is really important because it's a buzzword. What's your mission statement? What's your vision statement? And it's something that a lot of founders, they get stuck on because they're like, I want it to sound perfect. I have the idea in my head, but I don't know how to convey this in a real world situation. I don't know how to make it seem like Nike, just do it. Or, whatever, those clever billion-dollar brand taglines that you're like, I wish my brand would sound like that. This episode is for you because if you're struggling about what do I write on my about page? How can I talk about my brand besides the fact I really want to make cute dresses or I want to make cute clothes. This episode is for you. I am going to teach you today the difference between mission, vision, and brand values. And I want to be able to focus on how to use these to guide you in every single decision you're going to be having in your business and why brands with a clear belief system grow faster, they charge more money, and they build die-hard communities. This is not fluff. This is not do it once and forget about it. This is what turns your brand from the side hustle into a statement. And the fact that you're here, it tells me that you're ready to build a brand that actually means something. I'm sure this idea means a lot to you right now. I bet you've been up at night, you've been daydreaming about, oh my God, when I start my brand, I want it to look like this. I want it to feel like this other brand that I'm obsessed with, but I want to do it differently. I want it to have that same concept, but I want to have it be my own interpretation. So this is only going to be a win if you're able to really focus on what it is you want to do with this brand. I want people, when they hear your brand vision, or they just see your brand, to say, this brand gets me, and that you don't want to blend in. Blending in does not mean sales. Blending in is meaning to be undiscovered and forgotten. You want to build something real. I know it. You're listening to this episode this far. You want to build something that feels real, that is tangible, not only physically in a product, but physically, emotionally you want to connect with your customer. Something that reflects your values and your vision. And so in this step, we're going to be clarifying your mission, your values, your brand beliefs. And this is how we're going to be starting with this. So I know this can sound like inspirational stuff, your about page, and then you're just going to forget about it. But I want to stop you right there. Your mission, vision, and values are the anchors to your brand. This is where we start. This is what's going to lay that initial foundation to then build for them. Because without them, you're just going to be a brand that reacts to trends. You're going to be chasing, what are my competitors doing? You're going to be constantly tweaking your brand, hoping that something finally feels right. That, oh my God, I finally figured it out. I finally was able to get more followers because of this thing. We want to start now. So even worse, if you don't define what your brand stands for right now, somebody else will. This could be a customer. This could be a factory. It could be an influencer. You know how these influencers get on rants? They could be talking about your brand in a totally different light. And you're like, I just want people to understand what this brand really is about. So this step puts you back in control. So let's break this down. So your mission, why you are doing this in the first place. Why are you here? What was the whole idea of this concept in the first place? We're going to create this statement. And here's an example of what it could sound like. For swimwear, to create confidence boosting swimwear for women who never feel seen in traditional sizing. That is a very strong statement. And what this mission is going to do, it's going to help you when you're in the design phase. So it's not this the first collection, it's what are all the other collections after this that are going to come. You are going to look back to this mission and say, hey, you know what? Does this product reflect what our mission was about boosting confidence for women in swimwear that never felt seen, never felt like they could have a traditional size. That's what our mission's about. All right, for your vision, this is about where are you going? What is the change that you want to create? So for example, a world where women celebrate their bodies as they are. This could be just like a bigger picture, like your driving force, and no one hides behind a towel at the beach. How visual is that? Could you this is good. I mean, you don't want your customer to hide behind a towel. It is so easy for women to feel like, oh my God, I need to like cover up. Oh, I don't want anyone to see me. You want to build a brand. If this was your brand, like that, you're like, I want to be seen. I want this product to be shown. I want to flaunt. I feel good. I feel confident. That is a very, very powerful mission. So up next are your values. The values are how you operate and for what you stand for. So for example, sustainability is a big part of a lot of people's brands. Fit first design. If this was this swimwear brand, you'd want to be focusing on fit first, empowerment, community before competition. When your values are clear, your messaging becomes magnetic. There is no doubt in that in my mind. And your customers trust you before they even buy. That is something that, money can't pay for. When your customers can feel that the decisions that they make for your product are in alignment, it is not a guessing game. It's just a no-brainer for them. So let's make this tangible. Let's look at a few brands that got this right. Some you may know, some you may not know. And when I was doing research, I never even actually heard of this brand, but it's a huge brand. I mean, this is called Everlane, and their whole premise is radical transparency. That's a value. You know exactly what they stand for. They break down their cost. They work with ethical factories, and their focus is on slow fashion. And when you go to their website, you really see like very minimalist, classic designs. And it just feels, that feeling of trust that where your product came from. So that's Everlane. That's something that their brand values. Another one is Girlfriend Collective. Their brand values are on body positivity, eco-conscious materials, inclusivity in action. Their mission is woven through everything, like from the models to the packaging. You see it everywhere. So again, your mission, your vision, your brand values, it is not just something that you're going to put on a piece of paper and then forget about. This is going to be in every integral part of the decisions that you make, the designs that you design, and everything moving forward, your website, your everything you put in contact with your customers, it's going to be based on that. So one other brand I can think about, and I know this brand, is Patagonia. Their mission isn't just to sell outdoor gear. It's we are in the business to save our home planet. That's what the feeling I get. I feel like they want everything about being out in nature, and the decision that they make from using like recycled materials to encouraging customers to repair instead of replace ties back to their environmental activism. Their customers, I mean, if you're a Patagonia customer, you realize their prices are not cheap, but they're made well. Like my husband has a couple of their, very famous vests, and I love those vests because they have stood the test of time. Their customers don't just wear the brand, they believe in it. They believe in the good that they are doing. These are not just buzzwords that you're going to be creating. They are a belief system, and a belief system that really builds brand loyalty. Loyalty that will turn your customers into ambassadors. That is the dream for a brand, is to have people out on the street. If someone says, "Oh my God, I like your jacket," you'll be like, "Oh my God, I got it from this brand. They are amazing. You have to follow them." You want people to be talking about your brand just like that. And that's how brands grow. Because of that, I don't want to call it an it factor. I want to call it like the strategy factor that you are going to be doing right now. So let's make this real. Let's talk about, what do you believe in? What are the things that you personally believe in? Or I should say, what do you not believe in? What would just cringe you or feel so bad if your brand was like X, Y, and Z? What do you want people to know that your brand is nothing like? And then let's do the opposite. Let's find out, what would you want your brand to be like? So another question I would ask you, and write it down on a piece of paper, is, why did you even want to start thinking about launching this brand? So an exercise that I take my clients through, it's this timeline and it's the journey. It's from aha moment all the way to, so this is like when you had the idea. So we're going to go back in time in a time traveling machine to where you are right now, to what you want to feel like at your launch. When your company does $1 million in sales, when your company does, $5 million in sales, what does it feel like? What do you want it to feel like? What did you feel like when you had this moment? It's a great exercise. Listen to what comes up for you. Think about, what was the moment right before. There was probably some type of a struggle that you personally had that you're like, "Oh my God, why doesn't this exist?" Or, "I can make this so much better. I can make that top. Oh my God, this top sucks. It doesn't have a zipper here," or "it doesn't fit right." Or, "Why isn't there," for me, honestly, why isn't there a built-in bra for every single top for women? Asking for a friend. That is a struggle, where your bra, I just actually got this one from Old Navy. I'm obsessed with it. It's not, I'd say, extreme like workout support. However, it's just enough of a bra top to give me the support so I can wear a racer back top without having to actually wear a bra. It has a built-in whole bra system. And I went back, I bought this thing in every single color, because I'm like, when I find something that works, you are all in my closet. Red, black, green, white. I think I got 2 whites too, because white's white. Doesn't last that long. But when you find something that works, and that really resonated with me, it solved a problem. It solved a huge problem that I know millions of other women around the world are dealing with, are your bra straps. So do this exercise, see how you feel, because if you're going to start hiding behind trends and thinking, "Well, I think this is like the hottest new style. I want to make this style. I don't care what you say, Nicole. We're going straight to sampling." You are on a one-way ticket to burnoutville. Following and chasing trends is instant burnout. So don't water this down because you're scared it won't land with everyone. People don't buy products anymore. They do. They buy the need. They buy into something. They buy into what it is you're standing for, what it is it's going to do for them. When you know what you stand for, your audience will feel it, and they will follow you for it. I'm sure there are founders and brands you currently follow right now because they had a message that resonated with you. Think about, go into your IG and look and see, who am I following that I'm like, "Oh my God, I love their message. I want that message." So for my founders that are using the Fashion Launch Mentor AI, on this step, it walked them through these things. So again, if you haven't known, you can go over to fashionbizmentor.com. You can check out the Fashion Biz Blueprint plus the mentor. It is an AI guided 12-step process that will take you through all of these steps. But what it has done for them is that it's helped them uncover their core values and like non-negotiables. Like, I do not want my business like this, and I want my business to feel like this. It has helped them figure out what their brand stands for. It has helped them discover what their customers want to feel when they are a part of their brand. And it's also helped them create a tone of voice. It's like, are you a playful brand? Are you more polished? Are you more urban? Are you more Latin? Like, it's helped them discover what is their brand voice, which is so important. And with those deep connection and the answers, the AI does all the work. I mean, let's be real. If you haven't gone on ChatGPT, you're missing out, but I get it. It's overwhelming. It's like, how do I ask the right question to get the right output? And that's what I built. I know, and this is what I do with my clients on mastermind calls and one-on-one strategies. I know it's hard to think, okay, well, how do I make it not sound cheesy? Or how do I really get the information that I want out of it for my brand? I wrote all that in. It's like, I got very much down a rabbit hole one night. I'm like, there has to be a better and faster way for me to help get somebody from idea to launch. This is what I built. That's why I built this. So it's going to help you craft a mission statement. It's going to help you do all that. If you give it the answers, it's going to help. And if you don't like the answers, what I love about the AI is I've also trained it to say, I don't know. I don't know what I want. And it's going to help you discover it more. And it's also going to help you, if you don't like what it wrote, you just tell it, hey, make this sound more polished or remove this section, and it'll rewrite it for you. It'll help you really create a bold brand vision, a vision that you could be like excited about, excited to go to sleep and wake up to. It'll also, my favorite part is these sticky one-line belief taglines, these taglines that when you say it, you're like, that is my brand in a nutshell. That's what I love these taglines to do. And for all of your content, I mean, it's going to be a guide for you to create more and more content so you can keep reaching out and finding new customers. So yes, this means your about page and any type of pitch deck that you wanted to create, this messaging is going to be basically done. So here's my final thoughts on this step. This step isn't just about sounding fancy. I don't want you to have all these like talking points and it not feel like you. It's about sounding like you. You want to have your tone of voice. You want to be like, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just couldn't figure out how to say it. And it makes sense with like my whole brand launch strategy. I want you to be so clear and have so much clarity on what you're doing that you'll just feel unstoppable at this point. So I want you to leave you with this. A brand with no mission is forgettable. A brand with no vision gets stuck. A brand with no values chases trends and burns out. But a brand with all three, it becomes a movement. So if you are ready to build a movement, head on over to fashionbizmentor.com right now, access the Fashion Launch Blueprint and Mentor. And if this episode has hit home for you in some way, hit that subscribe button here on YouTube, follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and just tag me in your IG stories. Tell me what was your biggest aha moment that you took away from this episode. So in our next Fashion Business AI series episode, we will be diving into step 5, your unique value proposition. And this is where your brand starts standing out for real. You got this. And I'm here with you every step of the way. I'm Nicole Di Rocco, and this is the Fast Track Your Fashion Brand podcast.